Hi, and thank you for watching. My name is Dominator, and today I'm going to be showing you my custom LEGO Astrotrain. This build was requested by Tfcrossroads, who also made his own Astrotrain, so please check that out in the description of this video once you're done with this. Getting onto my Astrotrain, I think I did a pretty good job capturing the Astroforce Leader's alt mode. It isn't quite accurate to a real Earth train, it kind of resembles more of a Cybertronian train. This is kind of the case in the cartoon, as it was always a train with a random set of thrusters on the back, and also not to mention how many trains are purple, but this definitely takes it a little further in that direction, which isn't a bad thing. I also opted to make it not all purple, as I have these sections here being in gray. That's mostly because these are the robot mode feet, this is the robot mode crotch, and these are the wings of his shuttle mode. So those just had to be there. I think I'm very satisfied with the shaping here otherwise. Unfortunately, the wheels do not touch the ground on the back section here, and they don't also don't line up with the front wheels here. It doesn't quite make a straight path, but it's not too big of a deal. For a triple changer alt mode, I think I did a pretty good job here. There's lots of kibble underneath it here, but that's kind of obvious why. There's also a gap here, which can store his gun. I'm not going to go through the effort of putting it there because it's kind of a pain, but it can fit that there. That's kind of all there is to say about his train mode, so let's move on to his next mode. So here we have his shuttle mode, and this is easily my favorite mode that this model has. He just looks so much like Astrotrain. Even though it may not be one-to-one, he just gives off that impression. I love the shaping and how blocky it feels, while also feeling round at the same time. I love how the front end of the train can also double as the nose cone because of my, Lego abstraction thing that I've talked about. And overall, it's just a very good model here. Obviously, have the sides of the train becoming his wings, so unfortunately you are stuck with that window and the wheels there, but it's not too noticeable. A funny thing is, this is actually somewhat of a faux former, as I have the red details up here, when as you can see, those are not the ones that end up on the robot mode. I did have a way to get that, but I thought it would be cool to have red on his arms in robot mode, and it all kind of worked out that way with me wanting that to end up there, and now we have this, and I couldn't be happier with it. It is unfortunately very gappy from the side there, but that's not too noticeable. Obviously, you still have the thrusters there. And overall, just a very good shuttle mode. Good representation of the magic shuttle that needed to eject weight despite being in space and that not being an issue. I feel like this was all done just as a fat joke at Megatron's expense.
Jettison some weight!
Fat? I'm not fat.
Wanna bet?
That's all there is to say about his shuttle mode, so I'll get him into his robot mode. So here we have Astrotrain in his robot mode, and I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. The proportions are not perfect, but they managed to capture most of what I was going for. I wanted to make him look beefier than normal, because I read the new Skybound comic, and in that he seems pretty strong and jacked. As well as in Regeneration 1, he was also pretty jacked, so he's just a very beefy boy. Which makes sense, because he turns into a space shuttle big enough to hold Devastator inside, so makes sense. He's about the size of my Grimlock, and there's a minifigure next to it, so you get an early size comparison before I get into other things. Yeah, getting into details though, I have the red on here, which I mentioned on the space shuttle. I just felt that that made this look more interesting, as opposed to just having plain gray. That's also why I made the purple on his legs more prominent. The back kibble is kind of nasty, but what are you going to do when it's a triple changer? So, it's not too bad. Posability, he has head swivel. He can move his head up, which is good for a flyer. He has forwards butterfly due to his transformation. He has that, whatever that is. His elbow bend is limited, but if you twist it, then you get deeper one. He's got a kick forward. He's got kind of a bad knee bend, and then his heel can tilt, toe can tilt, and then this can rotate. The biggest downfall of this model is that these are kind of loose, so oftentimes he will fall backwards if you do not set him down carefully. So, yeah, but if you just take your time and get everything situated, he should stand up just fine. I also have his pistol that I showed off earlier. It doesn't exactly look like the flintlock pistol that he has in the G1 show, but it's close enough. That's all there is to say about Astrotrain. Thank you once again to Tfcrossroads for requesting it. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and God bless you.